The Supreme Court's decision on the case of Hazelwood versus Kuhlmeier in 1988 was a landmark decision which significantly narrowed and restricted the rights of student expression and publications in public schools. To do justice to the significance of this case, it's important to set it in the context of the previous Tinker case. To be brief, the court ruled in favor of public school students' right to free expression on controversial subjects, so long as it does not materially or substantially disrupt the education curriculum. This landmark decision seemed to guarantee near immunity to students who felt compelled to express their opinions, even on controversial subjects. The case of Hazelwood versus Kuhlmeier, however, would put this precedent to the test, ultimately rendering it void and establishing a new and much more narrow rule in its place. This case began when the students Kathy Kuhlmeier, Lee Ann Tippett, and Leslie Smart, along with other students of the publication, had finished the final issue of their school newspaper Spectrum for the 1982-83 school year. This final 6-page issue featured 2 pages of articles on controversial social issues, such as juvenile delinquency, birth control, teenage pregnancy, and teen marriage. The paper had to go through several review processes by both the faculty advisors and the principal before it could be disseminated to students. When the principal read the tentative publication, he was concerned with 2 articles in the section on social issues, which were concerned with teen pregnancy and the effect of divorce on students. He also thought that the student authors who wrote under pseudonyms could be easily identified. Although it was only these 2 articles he had an issue with, the principal resolved to censor the entirety of the 2-page section of the paper. Understandably, the students objected to the deletion. Even if the 2 articles seemed inappropriate, it seemed quite unnecessary to delete the whole section. When the faculty were uncompromising in their decision, the students decided to take the issue to court, arguing that the school's decision infringed on their First Amendment rights. The district court found favor with the school, but after the students appealed, the circuit court reversed the decision in favor of the students. Finally, the Hazelwood School appealed once again and took it to the Supreme Court. The court was fairly split on the decision, but it ruled 5-3 in favor of the school's use of prior restraint, arguing that they had the right to censor any school-sponsored publication or event, so long as it was due to legitimate pedagogical concerns. Joined by Justices Rehnquist, Stevens, O'Connor, and Scalia, Justice White gave the opinion of the court and argued that this case differed from the Tinker decision. While Tinker was concerned with students' right of free expression, this case was concerned with schools' rights to regulate school-sponsored publications. Because the Spectrum was part of a journalism class, justices logicized that faculty could censor certain material if it was not in line with the class curriculum. Thus, White concluded that the school